One. It's Troy and Abed in the morning. Just kidding. It's Mad Men Sports. Dog episode part 2. Dave, what's going on, man?
I need a dog.
What's going on, guys?
It's big week.
She's in crisis.
Super big week, gentlemen.
Super big week. Why is that?
Should we talk about our win against the Steelers?
Oh, because they're coming off a big win against the Steelers. That's why it's a big week.
38-3.
Drop your score predictions in the comments. Like and subscribe.
Below.
And you could win autographed football. We will sign it and send it right to you.
Everyone's eligible except Wes.
Wes is eligible. If he
He
ever
almost
wins.
blew up our spot about it, though.
Spot.
I don't think there's anything to blow up about. Bills blowout. What's your biggest takeaway from the Steelers game, Dave? You thought it'd be a close game. Tell me more.
I did think it would be a close game. I think my biggest takeaway is the same takeaway I have all the time. I mean, you could take away Dawson Knox, you could take away McKenzie, but Josh Allen's just really that guy. He doesn't need those players. He still has Gabe Davis and Diggs, who had one of them a career game. The other one, Diggs, is just had an amazing game like always. But like, I don't know. He still is. He didn't need to do much, and we were still that damn good.
I think my
Second half is very boring too. Sorry.
No, it's good. My every week score prediction of 45-10 is always giving the opponents too much credit, it seems. I think this just goes to show that Brandon Beane knows how to draft. Big games from all the rookies. Kaiir Elam.
Is he an engineer?
Yeah.
Oh, different type of drafting. I'm sorry.
Yes. Kaiir Elam had his first interception. Shakir had a touchdown. So did James Cook. So shout out to the guys.
So Brandon Beane can draft. Josh Allen's that dude. I don't know if I could put anything else on that. This is just what it is.
Our defense, you could touch on.
What's going on here?
Defense does a good job.
I mean, the diamond is obviously Gabe Davis. We all agree on that, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I would have given it to Cook for his first career touchdown, but I guess we can give it to a
Gabe
guy that
Davis.
has multiple touchdowns, I guess.
Gabe Davis is just amazing. I mean,
Just
we
go
need
for
him to
that.
have the same performance against the Chiefs last time he played them this week.
Yeah, I mean, the Bills have an interesting opponent coming up here. I've been told it's the Kansas City Chiefs. I've been told that there was some kind of game that they had last year that everyone likes talking about. But
Reports are coming in.
I can't seem to remember that game whatsoever.
You got salty legs, eh?
I don't know what she's doing. She's a little adventurous right now. But there's a lot going on with this Chiefs thing. What do you guys think? What do we think of the Chiefs? Is this team what we saw last year and maybe the divisional round? I don't remember what happened.
Well,
Yes.
I don't know. I saw them almost get pounced by the Raiders. So,
Dave, what were you saying?
they're 1-4, right?
I want them to be just as good as they were last year.
Raiders.
I want them to be just as good as they were last year. And I do think their defense is a little better than it was last year. Their offense hasn't missed a beat. We were the better team last year when we played them, and we are the better team this year when we're going to play them. I don't care about what happened last year. I mean, our offense wasn't on par. Our offense was amazing last year against them. Obviously, we know about what Gabe Davis did. Our defense had some flaws in it. We got some different people playing this year. With Hamlin's going to be a big factor. So, yeah, I think that our... I don't know what I'm saying. The Chiefs are that good. Do not sleep on the
No
Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill, though.
Can you sleep on a team that is 4-1?
I mean, Bills are 4-1.
Is anyone sleeping on the Bills?
That's true. Those dumbass Dolphins fans on Twitter.
Maybe, but they're also in third place, and you can't forget it. And they might lose this week against the Vikings. They did eliminate ping pong tables.
It's down to the third string quarterback is.
Yeah, and
Yeah, imagine going
It's
through
not the
two
same thing at
quarterbacks.
all.
what do you mean it's not the same thing?
We played them with their starting quarterback and we lost. I mean,
Lost on a
we would
play.
crush this team right now with the third string quarterback.
Well, yeah, we'd crush them with the starting lineup too. We just had a lot of injuries that week. Nothing a big deal. It couldn't fix. I don't think it's a big deal. Bills are looking good. I think if they win this week against the Kansas City Chiefs, that they are in the best position possible to win the 1 seed.
Easy schedule after the bye. Easier schedule. I think you roll in. I think it's if you win this game, you have a possibility of winning out, which is pretty crazy. Obviously, you have those weird games
Of course,
like the Jacksonville Jaguars last year, but let's hope that Sean McDermott, with another year under his belt, has tidied those things up, and you don't have a fucking 9-6 game. Those
Is
are
next week a bye week?
After,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
sucks.
Chiefs game.
Kansas City and then a bye week. Get everyone healthy. Everyone's healthy right now. Everyone's trending in the right direction.
Speaking of
Return of the King.
Trey White,
Trey White.
back at practice.
Back at practice. I think he'll be back for the Green Bay game. Is that fair to say?
Since Thanksgiving.
Yes, he should be back for the Green Bay game. That's what I want him to come back.
They said they were gonna. You
Hope he
gotta
doesn't
crawl
go
before
long.
you can run.
Yeah. My only fear is that he misses the Green Bay game. I don't think
he needs. I
he's
don't
not
think
coming
he
back
needs to
this week
play.
at all. But no, he probably
Green
doesn't
Bay
need
game.
to. But I'd like to.
Get him
His-
back in the swing of things.
I would love his first game to be a home game.
Oh, hi, buddy. A little sneaky. Yeah, definitely.
So everyone's healthy. I'm liking where the Bills are headed.
Who has to play? Who's the big player watching out for this week with the Bills?
Who are we
Who has to
looking out
step
for?
up?
Is it too obvious? Is it Von Miller? Is it the guy they paid $120 million to close in on that gap for the defense? Is it the Von Miller week that we've all been looking for? We didn't pay Von Miller to beat the Los Angeles Rams, did we? We paid him to beat the GD Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, well,
Am
are
I
you-
wrong?
We're all happy with Von Miller's performance so far this year, right?
Sure, maybe. He wasn't good in Miami at all, but whatever.
It was hot.
Sure.
My question is, does everyone in Kansas City look like that? If you know, you know.
You know. Dave, what do you think? Who is your player?
I think it's actually an odd one. Someone we didn't really have last year to help us. I think that Shakir played so well last game. He's like a different kind of weapon, and he's going to be integrated more in this kind of game. McKenzie should be back. I think Shakir is going to be a huge factor. I think actually this might be a little hot one, but maybe more reps than McKenzie this week. I think Shakir is going to be a huge factor in this offense going forward, and specifically this game.
You guys want to hear something crazy that I was thinking about today? So I have a fantasy team. You guys know what fantasy football is? I was thinking about starting McKenzie this week in fantasy because I think he's going to eat.
Yeah, our
Kansas
receivers-
City's going to sell out
Wish
to
I
not have...
played you last week or
Can't-
this week.
Yeah, well, you lost last week, so you move on. Kansas City's going to sell out on Gabriel Davis because they don't want to have what happened again happen.
Twice.
Tell me I'm wrong. And then Diggs automatically commands two guys. I think this is a McKenzie show to be had. Do you know he has 3 receiving touchdowns this year?
Only?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Only.
he's been out a game and a half.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's very good. Do you know
want
that?
more.
Okay, again, in terms of fantasy, he has 2 less fantasy points than he had all of last year. McKenzie's going to eat this week.
Well, how do we stop Kelsey?
The players do.
I'm not sure you don't. And I'm not sure you do.
We've never been able to stop this guy. Last game he had 3 touchdowns, which he had weird
So
numbers.
sneaky.
It was he put Al Bundy numbers up in Married with Children fans will know that reference.
How do you stop Kelsey? I think you get to the quarterback and don't let him hurt you in short yardage. Last week he had 7 catches for 25 yards and 4 touchdowns. How do you stop Kelsey? Do whatever the Raiders just did and hope that you can keep him out of the end zone. That's all you can do.
I say you don't, but you just gotta be better. And that's okay.
There's no Tyreek Hill. I saw that the stat is not Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes has 1 touchdown that's double-digit yardage
I
touchdown.
saw you sent me something, right?
Yeah,
Comparing.
so they have completely lost their big playability. Not saying they can't have it, but their home run hitter is completely MIA at the moment. They've been dipping and dunking all the way down the field.
Are you afraid of Juju?
I have good juju all the time.
I'm not afraid of Juju Smith, but I'm not ready to. We stopped Pittsburgh's receivers last game, and that's the best probably receiving tandem we played all year. That being said, Kenny Pickett was throwing them the ball. So no, Kansas City weapons don't bother me.
Waddle, but
I have faith in Elam and Dave Jackson to do this. One thing we have that that might help against Kelsey is something we didn't have last year. Hyde's not playing. Maybe Hyde was weak in that department. Maybe Hamlin will be a little better there.
Maybe Jaquan Johnson just blows them up the first 3 plays.
are we saying that
We don't have to worry about it.
Miami's offensive wide receivers are less than the Pittsburgh Steelers? Or Cooper Kupp?
I am so ready for this hot take one way or the other. Or Robert Woods.
No, I actually really like Pittsburgh's receivers. I think that
You want George Pickens for a first?
we could do this off camera.
No, let's do
He
it on
doesn't
camera.
have a first.
And I don't
So
think
guys,
George
let's
Pickens-
run it down. Who on offense needs to shine a little bit here? The offensive line still needs some work.
I'm going to still stay Shakir.
Offensive line, we need them to step
James
up a little
Cook. I want to see that continued success.
bit. Is this a big game? Or
Yeah.
are we just making it out to be a big game?
It'll be a bigger
big
game.
implications.
It'll be a bigger game in January.
Of
But-
course.
It's the biggest game to date for the Bills.
Of course, because it's the next game.
It's going to be the game that come January we're talking about. Either the Chiefs are talking about or the Bills are talking about.
Why so? Because of
I mean,
seeding
I'm not completely
purposes?
convinced that the Chiefs even win their division. I mean, the Chargers are still neck and neck with them, even though they are a lesser team right now. I think Herbert's playing injured.
I think that coach is fireable.
But I'm not really convinced that they even won the division. It is probably a sure thing that the Bills probably won the division. Knock on wood. Dolphins are still going to do their thing.
Yeah, but they're probably going to lose against the Vikings again this week, so
So, like,
3 losses might be nice.
I think the game actually means more for the Chiefs than it does the Bills. If that's as crazy it is.
that's
the
probably possible.
Chiefs did lose the
Well,
Colts.
I think a lot of Bills fans want that revenge game.
The Bills
Well,
can
it's-
do, put it this way. I believe that the Bills can do it no matter what. I think the Chiefs need to prove it to people that they can beat the Bills, which sounds nuts because they keep beating the Bills. But you lose to the Colts. You almost lose to the 3-4 or the 1-3, 1-4 now Raiders. I think you need to prove that you're willing, you're actually good.
The game
You know
they
what I mean?
lost was the Colts.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you need to prove that you're actually good.
Matt Ryan played the game of his life on that bench.
I think that the
Not
Chiefs
surprised.
need this game to prove it, to get confidence. If they lose, and now the Bills blow everybody out, you know what I mean? Okay, so they started the Ravens game tough, but then they blew them out, you know what I mean? Like, the Bills scored 20 unanswered in that situation, and every other win has been a blowout. They lose in Miami, but they blow up the stats compared to one other team. If the Bills walk into Arrowhead and blow out the Chiefs, I think the narrative on Monday morning is going to be out of control.
It's the
If they blow them out. Like, I don't remember what the score was last year. Maybe it was 31-21-ish.
Mhm.
I think if they come anywhere close to that, where they're winning by 2 scores, and it's not really necessarily close the whole game like it was last year,
Yeah.
I don't.
The MVP fucking conversation is pretty much over with.
I think the Bills are then talked about being locks for the 1 seed. The Bills are talked about maybe they don't lose another game. I think it gets out of control. Plus, there's a bye week, so everyone's going to have those weird losses within another week of play. It might only space the Bills out even further. Plus, I'm so excited for that Sunday Night Football game. I'm more excited for the Sunday Night Football game than I am for this Mahomes-Allen rematch.
Packers game?
Yeah.
The Bills are very good at revenge games. Teams that they lost to, look at the Steelers. Teams they lost to in the past or teams that talk shit, look at Ramsey. Allen and Bills always do very well against revenge games. The thing that kind of scares me a little bit is Mahomes has never been an underdog at home. And it seems like in the media, the conversation I heard yesterday with him, he's taking that very personal. And he's practicing extra hard this week. I don't like the whole underdog and
Maybe he'll be tired for the game.
You guys ever pissed off Kermit the Frog before? Hey guys, I'm upset. Hey. I hope he's pissed. Congrats, because that way when he's down 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, he's even more pissed, and then he has to scream, "I'm here, I'm here," to nobody. Talk to your sister, for crying out loud, or your brother. You're gonna be done. The Bills are gonna walk into Arrowhead, drop points on this team. The Bills defense is going to show out. Poyer's going to play. That's a madman lock. He's going to play. He's going to get 2 interceptions. I'm talking pick 6. We're getting a pick 6 here. This is a Ric Flair guaranteed. Ted DiBiase. Woo! We got this.
Hey, careful. You gotta fuck those.
We got this. The Bills are going to win big. And the Mahomes, the narrative's going to be out of hand on Monday morning. McDermott wants this, and he knows how to beat this team. They're not letting this prevent defense shit get in the way. There's no Tyreek Hill.
Not again.
What were you guys more scared of playing the Chiefs? Was it Travis Kelce or was it Tyreek Hill?
Travis Kelce.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill,
I never
100%.
thought- I was never high on Hill.
Well, he was the one that was always killing you. You had no one that could combat his speed. I just had Tremaine Edmonds and Taron Johnson shut down. Shut down. I'll say it one more time. Shut down Mark Andrews. I think he can shut down Travis Kelce, for crying out loud. What are you talking about? 7 catches, 25 yards. You could turn around and catch a ball. The least impressive 4-touchdown game of all time. Think about that.
So what's your score prediction?
45-10.
Sticking with that.
All year, baby.
30-20 Buffalo.
50 burger.
I think the Bills want this one. 42 to. They'll score 10 points.
And that
Go Bills.
is your weekly episode of Mad Men Sports.